morning and welcome back to another vlog. I'm not sure what this vlog is going to be. I just turned on the camera because I haven't in a little bit, so here we are. Right now I'm going to my morning yoga class. This is with a new instructor and this is Yoga Power. I have been off my game for the last week and of course my battery's dying. Hold on. So I have been off my game for the past week. I have not gone to the gym. I have not had energy to do anything. I'm in that part of my cycle that, I don't know if you feel this way, let me know if you feel this way, but I don't know, I feel like ever since I've gone over 30, my cycles hit very differently. So the major change for me, I have two major changes. I feel like I can feel my ovulation now. And then the other change for me is like literally the week before my actual cycle starts, I feel drained in a way that I cannot explain. I'm in a brain fog. I can't actually complete any tasks. I can barely finish my sentences. And so the last thing I can actually do is get up and go to the gym or be any type of like, you know, like exercising or whatever. So I finally feel a little bit back to myself today. So I am headed there. Got my little morning routine out of the way, and then after we are going directly to church. I'm on the lookout for a new church, so I've been visiting. I went to one last week and then this new one today, and we'll see. One of my friends was like, looking for new churches is definitely like finding a therapist. You know, you have to really like interview, go check it out, ask the right questions. But I'm not gonna lie to you, lately the churches in Charlotte are feeling a little culty. There's like a little cult vibe under it. So we'll see. I'll talk to you guys a little bit more about that when we're actually on the way to church, because the experiences have been something, very much something. Rest your forehead down and just start to breathe here, start to settle in. We'll start with one. Right here. It's a no for me. It's a no for your girl. I will never be back here again. Let's talk about it. Let me get out of this freaking parking lot first of all, because all right, so I came to this church because I had an old, she's not really my friend, but we used to just have a lot of interaction from when I first moved to Charlotte in my apartment complex. How do I get out of here? There's like no one to move these cones. Like, where is the fucking, hold on, I gotta move a goddamn cone to get out of the parking lot. Is it because I can't drive? Sure. I think I just went the wrong way. Yeah. yeah, as I'm backing out, let me just, the demographics, baby, like just from the parking lot, I could tell what the tea was going to be. So, like I said, I found this place by invitation. My friend, whatever, invited me. She's been trying to get me to come for some time. But like there was always even something about her a little bit that I was like, I just bet. And I was freaking right. So I get to the church and, you know, I was walking up a little bit, like even the building, I showed you guys the building. It gave racism. Yeah. We went in there. She was waiting for me out front. We went in there and everyone was doing that, like, so excited to see you. I'm so glad you came to spend time with the Lord this morning. I hate that behavior, first of all. So I was already turned off. Whatever, go in and sit down. Worship was cute. I'll give it to him.
In 800 feet, turn left onto the I-77 North, US 21 North ramp to Statesville.
I'll give it to him. Worship was super, super cute. Whatever, right? End of the day, a worship hour is a worship hour. You put on that song, which is also manipulative, by the by. If you go to like evangelical type of churches, which this was, or most like of these like new youth-led churches and stuff, the way they play their music, specifically like the songs that they choose, and the cadence with which they play the music is meant to like break you down, is meant to like not brainwash you, but like it's just they play on emotions and feelings or whatever. So clock that T. So anyway, boom, past that. The first red flag that I got from them was their talk about missionaries. So immediately they're like, you know, we believe that this is a church that spreads the word, that it is our duty to bring Jesus to places that they don't know about Jesus. Immediately, let me tell you guys a little something about me if you do not know me. Hi, my name is Stephanie. Welcome to this vlog. I am Haitian before I am American. I have lived in Haiti almost half of my life. I have also lived in other countries, not America. And let me tell you something. I have never met a mission or missionaries that weren't literally vile, that weren't literally against anything that I would ever think God would be about. Okay? Sorry, not sorry. Anytime they get kidnapped, they deserve it. I'm telling you what, they don't go anywhere and do anything that is God or Christ-like. They go there and eat up the resources of those countries and then call it we're being given the fruit of our work or whatever the hell. Please, skirt. So immediately I was like, and at the end of the day, it's just real colonizer behavior. Specifically, they were talking about Japan, and they were like, oh, Japan has 12.5 million, something like that, 1.25, something in the numbers or whatever, million inhabitants, yet 99% of them don't know about God. They don't know about the word of God. And I did a little Google real quick. And not even that, they were saying they don't know about God. And if people do talk about Christianity and if people convert or anything, they get ostracized from the community and no one speaks to them again. I know enough Asians to know, just without Googling, that's not true. That's really not true. The other part about it is to assume that because people are not Christian, like you're Christian, that they don't know God. Sick. Second of all, to just think that you need to then go up and through and in and convert people from what holds them together and what holds their faith and whatever. Like, I cannot get with that. And Japan has religions. Christianity is there. It's the least like recognized one, the least, whatever population one. And if you do see Christianity in any Asian movies portrayed or like, know anyone, it is that evangelical type because, hello, the missionaries or whatever. But otherwise there's Shinto, I believe, and Buddhism. They have wonderful religion that is, to me, more Christ-like than any Christian ideologies or, whatever, how we do. I'm including me in that as well. So that was my first red flag. Second red flag, this is just vanity a little bit. The pastor, he was like an associate something or any other. Immediately my man's got up on the stage, and I was like, you look like you would shake hands with Trump. So I checked out a little bit. I listened to the word. Off top, it was fine. I liked it. I liked just to give a little, not completely biased. The word was about like having a relationship with God, right? So like how a relationship is much more important to God than fulfilling like a to-do list. Like he's not looking for you to check, did I do this for Christ? Did I do this for Christ? And that's the only way you get love or blessings or favor from God. It's about like seeking to know him the way he seeks to know you. And if you seek to know God and want a relationship with him as a friend, like we are friends, so when you're friends with someone, you're vulnerable with them. You don't hide who you are from them, whether you think it's making you a bad person or not. Like you're vulnerable with that. You're truthful. And if you are a friend to someone, you also just don't want to hurt them. So basically, if you're a friend to God, then naturally you will do the things that God has asked of us to do in order to please him. Yes, love it. He related it to a man and wife only. You see where I'm getting? How a man and wife should do the same things, and that's the friendship basis there. So I'm waiting for inclusivity. I'm waiting for, who else can be like this? Like use a friend and a friend even. No, it was every example was a man and wife. Cool. So we get out of there. So we get out of there, and I'm immediately talking to Shorty who invited me, right? Because I'm like, I got a couple more questions, babes. Like, I'm gonna call you up to the altar, pun intended. I didn't let us walk about 4 feet away from the church because I wanted them to hear me. Y'all finna beat me up. Oh, let me back it up actually. So as the pastor's closing out the sermon or whatever, right? He's like, oh, and if you're gonna join us in the next 2 Saturdays from now, we're gonna be doing outreach at the Stonewall Jackson Outreach Center. Stonewall Jackson. I'm trying to make eyes with the 4 Negroes that's in here. Realize them 4 Negroes were all wearing short sleeve vests. Warning, okay? That's 1. And 2, they were all married to white women. I'm saying what I'm saying, and I know what I'm saying, and it is what I'm saying. Okay, so there was no connection I can find with any of these people here, and I'm the only one somehow that was like Stonewall Jackson. Not the one who owned the slaves, and not the one who justified owning slaves because it was simply God's will and by the word of God. Not him, not the alignment. Anyway, it's gonna get dark. I'm like going into my garage. But yeah, so I'm like, that's weird. So boom, fast forward again, we're back outside. So I'm talking to her, and I'm like, so what kind of church is this? What do you guys categorize yourselves? She says we're evangelical. So I'm like, okay, confirmed. Cool. So I was like, okay, so like, what would you think? What is this church? I don't know if it's like personal to this church or just whatever you guys do. What do you guys feel? Or no, how did I ask it? I said, is this a safe place or a welcoming place for the LGBTQ babes? Is this a safe or welcoming place for the LGBTQ community? And she was like, well, actually, we're really firm on the word. So I'm like,
that's either a yes or a no.
So I'm immediately like, no, I'm going to ask again. Like, so what does that mean? What does that mean for you? And she was like, well, I mean, right now it's super popular. Like a lot of churches are coming up, and they're what we like to call affirming churches. And what I mean by that is like, a lot of these churches, like you'll go in and like they kind of just like make that okay. And I just feel like that's where they're preaching falsities because the word is the word, and the word absolutely doesn't support that. So if we're in church and we're affirming an actual sin, then we are not Christians. And I was like, okay. okay. So clearly dark forces from that church probably don't want me to tell you guys the tea, but my camera actually overheated, and then I ended up just going home. Excuse the outfit change. I'm running right back out. So yeah, like I'm just talking, I'm just like, oh, okay. So, you know, but the word, okay, it's just strict, okay. And then she goes on to just say, she goes on to say that, you know, that is living in sin. And well, while you may come here, you know, if you're of that orientation, if you're a homosexual, whatever, you may come here, but you are going to hear the real word. And not every church preaches the real word, and we preach the real word. And I was like, oh, okay. And she's like, but you know what? Like, I want to obviously say as well, like, all sin is sin. Like, all sin is sin. So it's like, if I sin, like, I can't really, you know, we don't equate one sin as greater than. So it's like, if my friend is, you know, living that way, if they're living in sin that way, I don't say anything, because or not that she doesn't say anything, she just doesn't like bring it up to the front. But I'm also sinning, you know, I also sin, and I'm like, yeah, but like, it's still two different things. Like, one is calling the person's being who they are a sin, and the other is like, me and you sin. Like, we all have like day-to-day things that don't please God or whatever, right? So that is two different things. She's like, well, like, I have like gay best friends. And we like talk about this, like, you know, and it's, you know, I will always like guide them to the scripture and guide them to the word. And I think it just says it black and white that what they're doing is wrong. Oh my God. I was just like, okay, girl, like, all right. And I was like, so there were more points to that, but you get what I'm saying. Like, it's just obviously like using the Bible to deny. And she just kept saying like other churches that are apologetic about it are just like twisting the word. And it's like, no, they're not. I don't know. It's just like, if we're still reading the Old Testament and believing in the Old Testament when a new one was created, and like, just to also like just show even God evolved, I don't know. Like, it's insane to me. And you know, whatever. So the next part of that was, then I was like, okay, what do you guys think about abortion? And she was like, oh no, like, we're pretty, like, there is no budging on that. Like, we're pro-life. And I said, oh, okay. So what about if someone are there any other circumstances in which you guys would then understand or be a help or a resource to women who are part of this church? Like, what if someone was attacked? What do you guys? And she was like, well, I've been sexually attacked. Okay, girl, you got like you got a personal testimony for everything. Well, I've gone through sexual abuse, and just for me personally, I would keep it. And I was like, oh, okay. But like, so other women then who were raped and then they didn't ask to become pregnant, right? So even if they love children and whatever, other people, they didn't ask to become pregnant. And so do you think that choice should be made for them, but they cannot choose what to do about said choice? And they were like, yeah, no, like, that's just, I mean, we do fill in the gap. Like, we'll provide like resources here. There are women's groups, there are blah, blah, blah. And I may never go to church again. And not all churches are like that. I know that and I understand, but I'm just like, oh my God. I just think that, you know, I'm church hopping and trying to find these churches or whatever, and something's gonna be wrong with everything. Some far more than others, of course. Like this, they will never see me again. And people who believe within that alignment will never see me again. I probably will never speak to her again, because at the end of the day, like, you can like the color green and I like the color pink, and we can still be friends. But when your bigotry, when your intolerance lies in someone's existence, that's different. A black person who is literally persecuted for breathing, cannot dare wake up, stand up, and align with someone who is persecuting someone else for existing. Like, it just doesn't make any sense to me whatsoever. So I cannot be friends with people who do anything like that. I'm not with it, period. So like I was saying, I know all churches are not like that, but I just also feel like I'm leaning so much more into embracing a personal relationship with God, Jesus, God, whatever. I'm brought up Catholic and we're very ritualistic and very whatever, but I haven't practiced Catholicism since I think I graduated high school, maybe middle school. Even high school, I already knew what was up for me. I'm very into it, my personal spirituality, my personal relationship with God, following what, again, my relationship and my friendship with God tells me is right or wrong. And I think sometimes where I get boggled down is because I want a house to worship in, like his house to worship in. I don't always want to be on a podcast. I don't always want to be, in my living room or whatever, watching it on YouTube. It just feels like sometimes you want to be around other people who are also doing the same thing. But like, I think the majority of Charlotte is that. It's either the evangelical young churches, like the one I just went to, or it's the other like Elevation Church that just feels too performative for me. So I don't know, but end church rant. Hey y'all, happy Monday. I feel like we didn't speak after my workout yesterday. It was such a good workout. It was exactly what I needed. I hadn't taken that instructor before, and now I'm never gonna miss her Sunday classes, because it was hitting way more Pilates than like the usual yoga power class, and we weren't jumping around everywhere and doing all these like bodybuilder things, which sometimes I'm just not in the mood for. So it was perfect. But that was yesterday. Today is a new set of stress. Let's get into it. I made a list. These are the things I need to do today, and like I mean today. One of them can wait till tomorrow for real, or like tonight, but the rest of this needs to be done today. So today's April 17th, which means tomorrow is the very last day to file your taxes. Guess who has not filed their taxes? Yup, she. But like whatever, because no, really, it's because I'm scared. Like this will be my first time filing taxes as a content creator or self-employed. And I know that I started tracking things last year, but then I went off the rails. Like I have no idea where my receipts or like whatever documentation I need, which is really mostly my receipts, are for a lot of the purchases I made, things that, I exclusively use for work, which is content creation. And I think I have my 1099s from whatever brands paid me and, all of that stuff. So I just have to lay them out. But it's the deductions that I'm a little bit freaked out about. I did not do bookkeeping the way I needed to. That's one big thing. And the second thing is, your girl did not put away... You know what? I'm not even gonna get down on myself. I already said this. This was my last year being crazy with money. Like this was my last year being irresponsible, not last year. So last year me did not put away like part of the monies I was given each time I was paid. So I totally do not have anything like pre-saved up to pay taxes back. So if you did not know, when you do full-time content creation or content creation, for it to count as your full-time job, or for the government to not count your content creation as a hobby, you have to make over a certain amount per year on that, like from that endeavor. When you get paid by these brands, they don't take taxes out. It's up to you to handle all of that. So you got to take out for your retirement for yourself. If you're still investing in like 401ks, whatever, Roth IRA, whatever you're doing, you have to take out for your own like medical benefits. If you're going that route, some people I know like who are entrepreneurs quite literally just don't see a doctor. Like it's just really expensive to get privatized insurance. I have a little tip for that, but that's for another video. And also they just don't take taxes out. So all those things are like, if you have a regular 9-to-5, all those things are taken out for you. However unfair that is, they're taken out for you. But so you don't have to really necessarily worry about it for tax time. Whereas if you work by yourself, that is all on you. And like I said, last year me, she thought she'd have it figured out later and figured it out. Well, later is here and now I'm panicked. But I won't panic too much, because what I did was, yeah, so I bought myself some time and we'll worry about that in a bit. I'm not gonna wait. I think I have now, because since I filed the extension, I have until October something to do it, but I'm not gonna wait that long. I just literally need to get the receipt stuff in order, write down my deductions for real, and then hire an accountant. I'm not gonna play myself. I'm gonna hire an accountant to handle that for me. So that's first on the list. Next, we need to go to Target. I just need some like home stuff. Again, I feel like I buy paper towels every week. I don't understand what's going on. I know exactly what's going on. I gotta go to either Ulta or Sephora. I'm looking for like a specific beauty product. I'll tell you guys when I get there. But yeah, we are going to either one of those. Then I definitely have to do groceries today. This list is insane because at my age, a list like this doesn't make any sense to me. I will get to my destination and I'm like, why am I here? Why am I here? I don't remember why I walked in here. So I actually have to sit down and like make the list and then like the bullet points under it, or else I'm gonna be like wandering the halls of whatever building I enter in, not knowing why I'm there, or I come out with 10 times more things than I needed and leave without the stuff I actually needed. Yeah, that's age. That's age, ladies and gentlemen. So yeah, I have to do these groceries. I have one more client work, like individual client work to do, and I cannot wait. I want that done no later than Tuesday, because this is officially my last week of freedom. Like, this is it. So I want to be able to do nothing Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. Saturday and Sunday I have to interact with my kid. But after that, I just start a full-on job. Yes, it's work from home, but you know, like the first week, who is speaking to me? You know, the first week could be like a lot. Like it's a lot of onboarding, a lot back and forth, a lot of, oh my God, hi, oh my God, I'm so happy to be here. Like, it's just a lot of that. And it takes a lot out of me, especially over like the computer. I don't know why, it's even more draining over a computer. But yeah, so let me shut up. Let's get to it. Who is calling me from West Palm? These scams are getting so elaborate. Why would they text me, can I call you later, and then call me immediately? Not gonna get me, babes. Okay, y'all, so I ended up having to like put a sweater on because I was getting a little gun-ho. The sun is out, so you know, tricks you into believing that it's like summer, but it's, you know, this is the time you can get really sick not being covered up properly. So I just put a sweater on over my outfit of the day. I know y'all saw that thing banging. She's been working out. Yes, like I'm so proud of myself. Like this is the longest I have ever been consistent. Like I'm talking like not dibbling and dabbling in like wellness, and more specifically like working out. Like I've really been consistent, and it's really showing. So yeah, and it's good when you can finally see progress, because it just is inspiration to keep going. But I mean, I guess what I was gonna say is also just like I can notice myself getting stronger, and that's really like more than like my body changing, I guess. Like I'm really hype about noticing myself getting stronger. Like my push-ups clean. Like me, I've started to lift more, so like when I see like I can do more reps or go up a weight and then less reps but up a weight, like, and I'm not dying, I love that. So yeah, anyway, we're in the streets if you couldn't tell. I'm going to Sephora first. I was like, maybe I should go to the grocery store first, because I want to go to the like more of the like Caribbean supermarket for the things I need to get. And that's further. I was gonna go to that one first, but for real, like I can always push that to just going after I get Cadence, because it's over by her school. Like I didn't want to keep going like zigzagging across town, so I'm just gonna go to Sephora because that's kind of like the outlier. I usually go to the one in Atherton Mill, so yeah, I don't even know where another one is, so I'm like, that's the only one I really go to. And I forgot it's like the Sephora sale thing. I think it's still going on. I don't know, I haven't shopped that in a while. It's just, I feel like it just breeds so much waste, and like I just don't need it. Like I get sent so much stuff, first of all, like let's be realistic, so I end up having most of the things I would get, like go to Sephora and get, right? So I'm super grateful for that. But the other thing is, it's just like it's not far and few in between. Like, I don't use even my favorite products, I don't run out of them that fast. So I don't know, I've been grappling a little bit with that. Like, even with all the things I receive, like, I need to start giving them out a little more consistently, because I want to be a bit more minimal about things. Not only minimal, but sustainable. And I feel like, you know, me hoarding all this plastic and hoarding all these products that have a shelf life, like, let's be real, it's not cute. I'm starting to feel a way about it. And then some of the things too, it's like when it's very rare, but like when I go to re-up on something that I actually really like that they sent me, and I'm like, dang, like, I wasn't aware how much this costs. So I've just been more diligent also about like sharing things in different budgets, or doing more research to like what the product includes in it, like the ingredients, so that I can also share like a comparable product at a different price point, because it's like I'm getting something that for me, they send it to me for free, and for y'all, when I share it with you, I'm like, yeah, you should definitely spend $200. Like, we're all broke. Like, let's keep it a buck. We're all broke. Like, that's insane. And I don't want to be like perpetuating that, like, oh, like, life is crumbling around us, but let's spend $200 on a face cream. Like, I'm not spending $200 on the face cream, so why am I asking y'all to, or why am I suggesting y'all to? So there's definitely, I feel a change coming about. I feel a different approach coming about, and I need to really like consult like within myself about that. And also just, I don't know, there definitely has to be some creators, some more minimalist living content creators that I can like check in with, like see what they're doing, because yeah, I really feel a big change in me about that side of influencing and that side of content marketing. But I am headed to Sephora right now because at the end of the day, I do need to re-up on one of my favorite summer products, and that is it's like the serum from Lancome. I keep forgetting the name of it, but they actually did send it to me, and this is something, it's a little bit, I think it's like $110, but it lasts. Like I've told you, they sent it to me last year, and I'm just now excuse me, about to re-up on it. I have to actually film with the product, yeah, I have to actually film with the product, and I have enough left, but when I film, I don't like for it to be like, you know what I mean, like sputting out. Like, I need it to look full. It just makes for better content. And if I need to like redo something or whatever, I don't want to have like used my last 4 pumps of it and now I'm like assed out a little bit. So I'm just gonna re-up anyway, because it's a serum I die for, especially in the summer, and we're getting there. Like, it's supposed to be like sunshine all day. So obviously I'm gonna show it to you guys. I'm just like not remembering the full name of it, but yeah, that's what we're going to Sephora for. And I'm gonna shut up, and I'll just see you guys when we're done with Sephora. Okay, so that didn't work out, and it's literally not an emergency, so I'm not about to drive to Matthews, which is the only Ulta that carries it. I say Ulta because I went to Sephora and they only carry Lancome makeup. They don't carry like their beauty products. I didn't know that till now, so we learn something every day. But I actually did have a really great experience in that Sephora. 2 of the ladies working, they I don't know, like we just like connected as soon as I walked in the door. Like I was looking disheveled. Like I didn't realize, first of all, how ashy my feet are. It's so embarrassing. But they didn't like point that out. I pointed it out, whatever, like break ice, but we were just chatting the whole time or whatever, and both of them separately actually approached me. I guess when you hold the camera, some people want to like just like talk to you about like content creation. But I felt like the way they approached me was much more genuine and like personal. One of them was older than me, and she just wanted something to perfect the content that she takes for the Sephora store. I think she's like their manager. So I like helped her out with like some quick equipment that wasn't like, gonna like break the bank or whatever. But then the other girl, we were closer in age, and not only that, but we're both Libras. Shout out to Libra gang. But she was just more expressing that, she's always had a creative side. I mean, we're Libras, we're born that way. And she's always had, things that she wants to share, but she thinks too much into it in order to, and it's stopping her from actually sharing. She wants to get into content creation and all of that. And I was like, just ready to just talk to her about my experience and how I got started. And I just wish like I had that when I was starting, because I was the same way. I still am the same way. Like when you get on Instagram at first, you're here for your friends, right? Like you just know these people, or they've known you. And sometimes you're holding yourself to expectations of people you haven't spoken to since undergrad. Like you really start to tell yourself like, ew, like, are they gonna think I'm weird? Like, is this like, am I, acting like I'm better than others if I'm posting this and that? And then like you just start to overthink it and you don't post. And that's exactly what was happening to her. I think it's like a form of imposter syndrome. Like you really feel like you can't change. Like you really feel like, who you were in people's eyes last week, last month, last year, 10 years ago is who you still have to present as. But it's like, no, like once you really tap into your power, once you really set intention behind what you're doing, like something that comes so easily and naturally for some of us, like you really like, it just is what it is. Like you really set intention behind it, you're going to start making money off of that, or you're going to be recognized for what you're doing. And it's never going to feel like work. Or when it does feel like work, you ventured too far off of your own path and off of your passions for real. So yeah, we were able to exchange that. But also I did get to try on Fenty HBIC, the new liquid lipstick. Yeah, I'll be coming back on Friday to pick that up. So she said they get shipment every Friday and she'll be there. So I'm going first thing in the morning, and I got a couple points on that. So I know I'll be all the way good. It's just like such a pretty freaking red, and I don't even wear red lipstick like that. Like, but I'm getting that one for sure with like a brown liner. Ooh, can't wait. But now on to the next. I'm at Target. What do I need here? Toilet paper, paper towels, and I'm gonna get hair dye. I think I am over this color because I'm ready to get braids. So those are the 3 things I'm going in there for. And once again, I am shocked at how many people are in this parking lot at 1:54 on a Monday. Yes, I am here as well, but these people don't got jobs. Like something's going on in Charlotte. Okay, we are back home. It is 4:02, so I have not even a second to sit down. I have to go pick up Cadence. But before we go pick up Cadence, I'm just going to show you guys the things I got from Target that were not on my list. But, you know. So, it's really not that much, sorry. This one was on my list, but it was in the bag, so I'm going to show you guys. Did I say this? I'm over this. This was a good time. This was a cute era. It served its purpose, but I don't feel like just like continuing to keep up with it because this is a rinse. And so, yeah, it's a rinse and like 45 other processes. And I don't feel like keeping up with it. I feel like it's drying my hair out. And yeah, like I'm just over it. So I'd like my hair back, but also it's because I want to get braids next month. So, and I'm definitely not, I would be so over it having braids this color. So I'm going back to my natural hair color. So I got the natural black and I just really like Dark and Lovely. The conditioner they have is super moisturizing. So I just continue to buy that brand. The other things I got are pretty new to me. And it's really only 3 things, so we won't be here long. The first is influenced by Janae. If me and Janae are gonna do one thing, it's like silently make each other buy something. Like I don't think I've ever been like, Janae, you need this. You like, we just, and then I'm gonna go buy it. Or she does the same thing. It's like so funny. But I went to her house recently, like we watched, I think like 3 vlogs ago. I was staying with her and I noticed that she uses these wipes. I like had my like Cottonelle wipes usually, but I just re-upped on these because I noticed 2 things. This one is rose water, so it's super calming, like really great on the skin, really gentle as well. Second, it's plant-based, whereas the other Cottonelle is just not. I know it's just like more chemicals. And then the last thing is that these are extra large wipes, like the size of them is much bigger, so you're using less, which I really like. Sustainability points all around. The next thing I got was this Salt Air body wash. This smells so good. It just smells like straight up luxury. Like I would, it's like a sandalwood, but something else. It just smells like beach, like sandals on a boardwalk. Like I'm painting a scene for you here. Like sun, a little bit of yeah, the sun's on your back though. It's not everywhere. It's not blinding you. It's just a good, luxurious time. Like you've opened the balcony on your beachfront hotel view and a little bit of the breeze is coming inside, but not too sandy. You know what I mean? Like you're not on a cheap ass South Florida beach. That's what's in this bottle and I love it. So it's the Salt Air, it's called Black Tide. It's a skin hydrating serum body wash. I currently use why can't I remember what it's called? Pop it in right here. But I feel like that's been super drying. I also feel like it's just the first thing I picked up and I stuck to it, and I've always known it's been drying, so I end up having to do so much like replenishing for my body after I get out of the water. And I don't know, I've been holding on to this like, I like feeling stripped when I get out of the shower, and it's like, girl, grow up. I'm getting older and my skin is going to stop like bouncing back so easily, right? So it's like I have to kind of adhere to that. So I bought this one specifically because it has hyaluronic acid in it. Every hyaluronic acid, as soon as I hear that in skincare, I'm immediately getting it. It makes your skin beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. So to have hyaluronic acid in a body wash, huge. This also contains squalane and Brazil nut oils. So it's giving moisturized, glowy, perfect skin from head to toe all summer. So I'll give you guys like a more in-depth review after I use it, but so far I'm really into the clean ingredients. And yeah, so that's that. And then the last thing was more of a fun buy. I have not like done my nails in maybe like a month and a half. I just have not really I haven't gone anywhere really. I've just been keeping them like clean, low cut, like cuticles, whatever. But even that, I need my cuticles done a little bit. But I got these press-ons. Like how cute. I'm not usually a design girly, and they had like these blue and white like checkered nails, which I almost got, but I knew I would be like I don't know. I'd just be bothered that they don't fit, like match everything that I have on. So I wanted to try these instead because it's just simple black and white. and like, you know, a little minimal design on it. So yeah, these are from Chill House and they're chill tips. And it says iconic long lasting nail art manicures. So let's see how long these last. I'm probably gonna put them on tomorrow. I don't want to put them on in front of Cadence because then she's gonna like beg me to get her some, and I just don't feel like keeping up with all that. All right, I'm gonna go pick her up and then run back, and I'm gonna start dinner right away because I just don't feel like dealing with anything tonight. I just want to have like a better schedule for this evening. I really want to be able to wind down on time, have her to bed on time, and then me just wind down and possibly get into my book. I've had this book on my nightstand for months. I'm disgusted. I need to get back into a schedule, and that's happening today by picking her up on time and making sure I don't slack off on dinner. So see you guys later. No, it's like out of control. Like I cannot believe I just did that. I was cutting this carrot so stupid. Oh. Okay, you ready? You got it for me?
Yeah, I got it for you.
Okay, thank you. Oh, it's crazy, right?
Yeah.
Oh.
What are you on it?
Okay. With iodine. Is that gonna burn?
No.
Okay.
Hopefully I don't think so.
I don't think so.
It hurts?
It's okay, I'm just being brave. Oh my gosh. Okay, you think you put a little bit more? I think you could put a little bit more on there. You could drip it right directly on my finger. Yeah, drip it on the cut. You know, you're gonna make a really good doctor because you're very careful.
Yeah, I am really careful. Put it down once. It looks like blood.
Yeah, it does. It's almost the same color, but it's like orange, right?
Yeah, it's like blood orange.
I cannot believe I did that. Like, I'm usually so careful, but I just
Look
wasn't.
at, sometimes you get a little bit, sometimes you get a little bit closer to your hand.
Yeah. I just wasn't paying attention the way I should be.
Yeah. And you shouldn't be vlogging too either.
It's because I was vlogging.
And you were cutting the carrots crazy that I just saw you.
Alright, I won't vlog while I'm cooking anymore. Ooh, Jesus.
Don't
Let me get in you.
keep it tall.
Holy heck.
I'm scared.
Man, I was literally going to do my nails tonight, but now that's a wrap because, look at this. That's deep as heck, right? Look at that. Yep. Ooh, that's perfect placement, doctor. Good job, Dr. Gray. Uh-oh, wrap it back. That's my fault. Okay, can you finish it out? Thank you.
Welcome. Told you it won't hurt.
Thank you, boo.
I want a band-aid too.
You don't have a cut. Get out of here.
No.
What's the issue?
What is this?
It's legume cadence. Hey y'all, it is Thursday. Yeah, so I didn't pick up the camera all day yesterday. I wanted to actually I tried to, but my SIM cards were acting insane. Like 2 of them are full. I really need to get the stuff off of there. Actually just have work on them I need to get off of there, but this one was acting annoying. So I just was try not to fixate and just go on about my day or whatever. But yesterday was officially my last day doing any type of independent client work, and I finished that meeting at 1 o'clock, and then I just took a walk, the slowest walk to Starbucks, and then just chilled, the slowest walk back, and I didn't do anything. So today is my second official day doing nothing. I got up this morning, took my time, taking Cadence to school and just coming back, made my breakfast. I am definitely treating myself to a slower yoga class today, which is gonna be at 12, and it's just turning 10 a.m. now, so gave myself plenty of time to eat and digest before I get there. And then it's already 80 something degrees outside today. So it's definitely giving I should go sit outside somewhere and read. I don't want to rush back, but I also do have some errands I want to run, so I don't know. I want to do nothing, but I still have some things that I need to do. I definitely need to return some makeup item stuff that just didn't really work out with my skin. And then I know I also have to do a couple groceries. We have no water in this house. I drink the Trader Joe's, it's what is this, alkaline water with electrolytes. This is the best water to me. I love this water. But yeah, this is literally our last bottle, so I need to pick some of that up. So yeah, oh no, we'll see how that pans out. But I don't know, I feel so good. I feel really accomplished. I feel rested. I finally feel I have bought myself the rest that I have been buying for legit for the last 6 years. I can finally stop pushing the boulder up the mountain, and that might last only for today, that might last only for the week, whatever. I don't want to jinx it or whatever, but right now I feel good. I feel I have earned rest. But you don't really need to earn rest. Don't listen to me. That's not a good mentality. But for now, I'm gonna say it. I do feel I've finally come to that. Whew, I can breathe and I can take in air with my whole chest, and I'm not waiting for something else to fall, the other shoe to drop or whatever. And I know that's because of me and God. Hey, but me. I put in the freaking work to feel that way. So I'm excited to see what's next. But for now, I'm living in the now. So I'm gonna finish this breakfast and we'll talk later. super quick jumping in. That class was so good. It was so good. It was just a simple prana class, and Ben teaches this one. Again, I go to the Coterie Wellness Studio if you are new here. It's just literally, I have never had a studio experience like this, so you should definitely try. First class is free, but this particular teacher, Ben, like, I just, towards the end of the class, I just ended up releasing all of this. I don't know, I didn't know I was holding anything in particular, and I just, the last exhale, I just started crying, and I could not stop crying. Like, we were finishing like our, you know, like the rest of the class, just basically in our cool down, and just gratitude came over me, and I just, in my head, just kept saying all the things I'm so grateful for my, like, opportunities, the people who are stepping into my life, the people who are stepping out of my life, what I'm dealing with, what I'm not dealing with, and just really feeling for the first time in such a long time that I am able to take that full breath. Oh, I was just so grateful, and I'm really glad I came to this class because, yeah, I just let that out. It just was a cleansing cry. Oh, okay, so let's go. Where am I going first? I have to go to Ulta, and then I'm going to Trader Joe's. So let's go do that.